Last month, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau approved the Trans Mountain Expansion project to move the oil produced in Alberta to ports in Burnaby, British Columbia. In reaction, the anti-energy environmentalist group Rainforest Action Network called the approval of the project stunning hypocrisy. Piling on, Rainforest Action Network said the approval was like declaring war on cancer and then announcing a campaign to promote smoking. But the facts paint a different picture. Completing the Trans Mountain pipeline would bring about both environmental benefits and reduced emissions. Currently, much of Alberta's produced oil is moved to markets via oil trains because there's a lack of capacity to move the product through existing pipeline projects, which operate at levels near their total capacity. By completing the Trans Mountain expansion, pipeline capacity would be increased by some 590,000 barrels of oil per day, more than doubling the capacity of the existing Trans Mountain pipeline. The U.S. Department of Transportation's Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, or PHMSA, concludes that pipelines enable the safe movement of extraordinary quantities of energy products to industry and consumers, literally fueling our economy and way of life. The same administration also concludes that pipelines are one of the safest and least costly ways to transport energy products. Putting the figures in perspective, PHMSA notes that it would take a constant line of tanker trucks, about 750 per day, loading up and moving out every 2 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to move the volume of even a modest pipeline. The railroad equivalent of this single pipeline would be a train of 225 28,000-gallon tank cars. The truth is that the expansion of the Trans Mountain pipeline would lead to fewer oil trains operating out of Alberta each day, thereby reducing emissions produced by operating oil trains. The alternative would be a disaster for North America's petroleum markets. If Canada and the US decide to shut in their energy products, it would simply make our nations more reliant on foreign sources of oil, more susceptible to price spikes, and less secure. For more information, go to www.gainfactchecker.org.